Hi everyone. For today's video, I am going to show you how I did eyes rolling in a cartoon. So let's begin. I am going to delete this cube and instead add a UV sphere maybe. And then what I'm gonna do is I wanted to be a little longer like a oval, so I am going to press 7 in my number pad, and this is gonna give me the top view of my sphere. So I want to select the three rings on the top. So I'm just gonna go to edit mode and I am going to select these three rings. So there is a easier way to do that, which I'm going to show you. Like I can also select them like this, or I can also press C in my keyboard and then just select them like this. There. Okay, I'm gonna press right click in my mouse and get rid of that, and then I'm gonna shift and click because I selected one extra face. Then I'm gonna press 1 in my number pad and go to the side view again. Now as you can see, this whole part is selected. I'm going to turn on the proportional editing. What that's gonna do is it's gonna let me pull that area out of my sphere and all the while keeping the symmetry of the sphere. So it's gonna make my sphere a little longer. So I'm gonna press G and then Z and then pull it out. If I scroll my mouse up and down, it's gonna give me this it's gonna let me do what I want. I think that should be fine. Okay, so I am going to, yeah, that's fine. Okay, that looks pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna press 1 again, and now I want to make eyes. Okay, so I'm going to I'm gonna go back to object mode, and I will add mesh a circle. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to 7, my top view, press G, and then press X and move the circle in front of the sphere and then press 1 again. Okay, so I'm gonna press 1 again, and here is the circle. So what I'm gonna do is first rotate the circle. So I'm going to rotate in R x-axis 90. No, that's not right. Let's try R y-axis and 90. Yeah, that seems okay. Okay, so I am going to scale this circle down, maybe that much. And I'm going to scale it a little more on the y-axis so that it is in the shape of an eye, like that. And then press G and Z and take it up, and G and Y and move it to the side. And then I want to uh, rotate it a little bit like that. I will duplicate it and move it along the y-axis and then rotate it again there. Okay, it doesn't have to be sticking on the sphere, that doesn't matter, because we are going to do a knife project on that. I'm gonna select this object one more time, and I want to duplicate this object. It is duplicated, as you can see. I'm going to right click and let the object go. I'm going to let the object remain in this position because when I knife project the eyes, I want those to come to one of the spheres. Okay, now I'm going to knife project the eyes. So I want to select the circle and then select the object and go to edit mode and then go to mesh, and here's the option knife project there. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Select the circle, then select the sphere, then go to edit mode, then under mesh menu there is knife project here. So both the circles are projected nicely. I'm gonna go back to edit mode, and now I can get rid of these two circles, and I going to go back to edit mode with the circle selected there, like that. Again, I could have used the C to select it, but it's small, and I think I did a good job in selecting them. So now what I'm gonna do is go to select and invert the selection, and then I'm just gonna delete them, delete the faces. So now what I'm left with is the other sphere that I had duplicated, and the eyes, which is actually the sphere, but just the eyes are remaining now. So here are the two spheres. This is the body. I'm gonna name this the body, and this is the eyes. Now we're gonna add some material to them. So I'm gonna click on shading and go to object mode, click on the object, and then click new. So I want my cartoon to be a little yellowish, like a minion. I think that's fine. Then I'm gonna go and select my eyes, and I'm gonna do new, and I want to let them be white in color. There. Okay, so if I go to layout and click on the render tab, you can see that you can hardly see the eyes. That is because they have gone inside the sphere. So if I want to bring them a little out, I can either scale them or I can move them. Let's try scaling first. So if I scale them just a tad bit so that they are up maybe that much, and I turn it around. Yeah, that's good. So you can see now my eyes have white color, but they don't have any pupils. So what do we do about that is we're gonna add some pupil first of all, and for adding pupil, I'm gonna go to UV editing tab and select my eyes, and then right click, and then I'm gonna unwrap. Okay, so I'm gonna hide the body for some time, and I'm gonna select them, and I'm gonna select these. So there are my eyes. So we will let's see if they have unwrapped them. Yes, now they are nicely unwrapped. Now here is a button over here which will sync my UV editing tab with the edit mode tab. So if I select something in edit mode, it's gonna show up in my UV editing tab. I'm just gonna click this, and now if you press G and you try to move them, you're gonna move both of them. So if I deselect everything and just select one of the eyes and then press G, then also both of them are moving. How do I fix that is by clicking this proportional editing button. If I turn that thing off, now if I click G, I can move one of them, as you can see. Okay, so the eyes are facing right, but they are too much close together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scale them down. So I'm gonna select everything